yeah, there is talent, but there is also 10,000 hours of experience of doing any specific thing. So if you do something for more than 10,000 hours, you become a master of that specific activity. So I was reading that. Then I read, when I was younger, I read many of the French writers and philosophers, from Marcel Proust to Stendhal to Camus and Balzac. So I love the French philosophers and the writers. But I read a huge, I was mentioning old classic books like The Prince from Machiavel. And so I read very diversified. I don't need only finance or only romance. So I like to have a different, let's say, spectrum of literature. So I read everything. So I do read a lot still, and I think to be informed is a must. I mean,
what you are reading now, for example?
no, right now I don't have anything in this moment. So I was reading Outliers, I think a month ago, and I don't know what's gonna come my way. Right now I have somebody writing my book of memoirs. So actually now I am, instead of reading, I am telling stories.
Yeah.
For somebody to write, and I think it's going to be interesting. So right now I'm not reading specifically anything.
Luisa, I would like to discuss with you also the matter of artificial intelligence and its influence in media. It's already here. You know, we usually hear it's the future, but it's not the future, it's now. It's happening to us now. So what do you think about the impact, of AI to the media industry?
We don't fully understand exactly what the applications, but the concept is clearly scary to a lot of people, because you can push a button and tell, a software to tell, write me about media in Shakespeare style, and it does masterfully well. So yes, a lot of jobs will be lost. They will be lost.
Yeah.
So I think it's scary in one sense. For example, let's assume you want to have a petition written by a lawyer to defend you against, faulty product. You can probably ask GPT to produce the most perfect petition or motion. So this is very interesting. So it will change the job market? Probably. But also, like we always have, we evolved, society evolves, I'm sure there will be other applications that will emerge as new jobs. So I think in the end, things will balance, because it's always, innovation always scared people. And if you look at when internet started, people were afraid.
Yeah.
And now we cannot live without it. And so AI, people are afraid, but I think eventually we'll find the right applications. And even if it eliminates some jobs, it will create others. So I believe that there will be a balance. When you look at it, for example, technology, agriculture, farming, today, if we would produce food without technology, I think I read we would feed 1 billion people. But we feed almost 7 or 6 billion. So how? With technology. So I think AI will play a good role, and I think we should not be afraid. There will be an evolution.
So you are more positive.
Absolutely.
You have more positive vision. But in terms of journalism, it became more easier for a journalist, like to write an article, just printing the title in GPT, for example. Do you think that it hurts the identity of the writer. I mean, how do you describe this problem of identity in the written form of articles?
Yeah, we are not using in our some of the platforms, but sometimes we use it to correct. I still believe in the human creative part of it, so we don't use a lot of AI or GPT. But yeah, it's going to transform the marketplace, because you can, in a very fast manner, produce anything. It's impressive. I've seen, and the quality is impeccable.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with the traditional journalism? I don't know. Maybe they will find other angles. We had an article about wine, and the article was written by one of my top editors, and I'm not sure if AI would be capable to do
The same thing.
the same heading. For example, the title was fantastic. Was adding lux, Lux, which had the angle of luxury to wine, whatever. And at the same time, the lux had a double meaning, because it was the owners of the chateau were from Luxembourg. So adding lux to the Côte de
It was
Provence.
like playing with the words.
Exactly. So
So artificial intelligence can't do this.
maybe it can, but it's beautiful that
Yeah.
human creativity. My editor can come with something very creative. So I still believe that creativity will play a role,
Yeah.
and maybe to simple text, yes, I think AI will do even a better job than humans. But when it comes to have ingenuity and humor, I think it will require the human touch.
And also, I believe that the experienced eye can understand immediately the identity of the text.
Sometimes,
you can feel,
yes, sometimes.
You can feel if there was a human.
Sometimes. I have read content written by AI, and I
you
didn't know. I
understand.
didn't know.
Oh,
And I
really?
read carefully. So yeah, it can trick you. It can.